explore how we can achieve the goal of equity and equality.
It's called Uninterrupted, and here's Maria Taylor with the first episode titled More.
CLA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Thank you, D.A. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for Boston, Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Kemba Walker is out there with Jaylen Brown. And it's Tice in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
That's just too easy. Kemba, the innate sense to fight.
Oh, my goodness!
Wow.
What a play!
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he seizes it.
And always a solid rebounder. Hayward took it to a whole new level last year.
He certainly did, Greg. This guy was up at 6.5 rebounds per game, easily a career high, and consider he did it at both ends. And to me, that's the versatility that this guy brings that helps you succeed. He doesn't have to be your leading scorer to impact winning.
Here's Walker. 76ers getting the bucket. The kick out to Tatum. There's the 3. Rebound by the 76ers.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there. Boy, 4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot-around this morning.
Pass to Tice. The kick out to Tatum. Can they get it? And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
In his career, surprising some scouts, Tatum's hit a high percentage of his threes. The difference last year, he took a whole lot more of them.
He understood, Greg, that his game needed to be more efficient. Far fewer mid-range, long-range twos. He almost doubled the number of three-point attempts from the year before, and that was by design. This guy understands success in the modern NBA, plays at the rim, and plays from 3.
Hayward can hit. The 76ers have gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. Horford trying to free himself up. Simmons can't get it to go. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That'll be his second foul of the game. Mike Scott's checked in for Joel Embiid. Outside, Walker. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. 2 points. That one goes.
Boy, Walker can score from 3 levels. Right now, the mid-range doing damage.
Simmons passes to Horford. Simmons inside. Defended by Hayward. And it's Simmons. That time on the assist by Horford. Brown outside. And then Brown with the dunk.
Don't you love how Brown just barrels into the teeth of the defense? This is a shifty forward who knows how to get to the rack.
Simmons dishes to Scott. To the middle. It's stolen by Brown. And here comes Walker leading the fast break. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
When we are talking about Jason Tatum, we're talking about a 6'11" wingspan. This is why he's so effective coming up with second chance points.
Rebounded by the Celtics.
Oh, and that would have been a spectacular alley-oop. Really difficult to get the timing right on those long ones.
Outside, Scott. Back to Simmons. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Harris kicks to Korkmaz. And that one's good. Simmons got 11 points.
He is getting it done on the offensive end. 5 buckets through 7 shots.
Wanamaker looking over the floor. The 76ers leading by 4. Thibault, the pass to Simmons. That one goes. Count it. 13 points in the game.
And when Simmons is inside, forget about it. He uses his skill and smarts to take advantage.
One-on-one here. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. 15 points for Ben Simmons.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Tatum finds Williams. Here's Thibault. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. The 76ers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
Williams, he's checked in for the Celtics. Robinson's checked in for Philadelphia. Alec Burks comes in for Simmons. 32 seconds left to play in the first quarter. It's Williams with the drive. The pass to Williams. Here's Wanamaker. Celtics passing it around. Tatum passes to Williams. Right side, Williams. 6 to shoot. Comes up empty down low. Robinson against Smart. Harris kicks to Robinson. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the... And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, very disruptive in that first period. They never allowed the offense to get comfortable.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Alec Burks is out there with Shake Milton. And it's Robinson in at the small forward position. Now here's Tatum. Williams dishes to Tatum. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
I think there's a strength that belies that frame of Jason Tatum. He just powers right through right there.
A serious talent when Robert Williams is healthy. He makes his presence felt. Has great length and lift off the floor. Defensively, he protects the rim and even blocks shots out on the perimeter.
Williams finds Tatum. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Tatum's got 7 points.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Master Burks. He dishes it to Embiid. And then offensively, Williams is mostly a rim runner at this point. But Greg, there are signs that the jumper is coming along.
Yeah, you know, when he was drafted at the end of the first round, there was a lot of talk about rebuilding his shot mechanics. And that's still a work in progress. But where he's really impressed people is with his passing. He has terrific instincts for the game.
Burks with the steal. Embiid kicks to Horford. Milton in the corner. Buries it down low. Milton's got his first basket.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Here's Tice. Lays it up off the glass.
I think Brown demonstrating he's got a great understanding of the game. He keeps his head moving, his eyes open so he can spot the open man.
The 76ers leading by 7. Here's Milton. Rebound, Gordon Hayward.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it. That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Now Milton. after Gordon Hayward's three-pointer that didn't go. Here's Horford. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
I love it when Al Horford is challenging defenders to stay with him. Use your physicality, big man.
Tice finds Hayward. Back to Tice. To the inside. Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Hayward.
We know this about Gordon Hayward. He can score from 3, he can get to the mid-range, and he can score if you allow him that kind of interior position.
And stolen by Williams. An even 3-on-3 break. And Hayward at the stuff.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
Here's Horford. He can't get it to go. Hayward with some nice D. And here's the fast break. Walker leading the way. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got 3 assists now in this one. And Horford, here we go. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become. And it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. Simmons got the lead up to 11 now for the 76ers.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston. We've seen Simmons really having a great game.
You've got to take a timeout, take a breath, and come up with a plan for how to stop this guy.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Williams, he's checked in for Daniel Tice. Smart comes in for Walker. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Gordon Hayward. The 76ers also with a sub. Scott's checked in. Now here's Smart. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. The kick out to Brown. And the layup's good off the glass.
Jaylen Brown thrives when it comes to scoring through contact. This is a guy who is constantly looking to initiate that body contact with the defense.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the 76ers lead by 11.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And stolen by Horford. Now the 76ers on the break for the finish. Scott, good.
And with off-the-charts awareness, Simmons makes plays that others simply don't see.
Wanamaker the pass to Smart. Cantor dishes to Smart. Nice ball movement by Boston. And stolen by Thibault. And here we go again. The 76ers on the break. And Simmons slams it in.
He's an absolute gym rat. Simmons is relentless in his pursuit to dominate really all phases of the game and improving with his scoring.
And Simmons slams it in.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Oh, that's how you drive your point home right there. Brown the pass to Williams. And it's blocked by Scott. And so it's the Philadelphia 70. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. Ben Simmons had it going on in the first quarter. He had 23 points. That's all for now.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Ben Simmons in this game, he's been everywhere.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters, just disrupting everything.
Well, it was about effort and anticipation. Hard to get into an offensive rhythm when you know this guy is lurking.
Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Kemba Walker is out there with Jaylen Brown. And it's Tice in at the 5 down low. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half.
Well, you love the unselfishness of Gordon Hayward in that instance. You think of him as a scorer, but he's a terrific setup guy as well.
Here's Simmons, and he converts the layup. Simmons got 25 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Tice passes to Hayward. Embiid with the steal. Hayward against Simmons. On the wing, Harris. Embiid trying to break loose. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Brown the pass to Tice. Celtics have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
The 76ers making a switch here. Burks is checked in. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Richardson outside. Passes it to Embiid. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Boston making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Robinson's checked in. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
And Walker kicks to Brown. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
These are the kinds of plays that can be game changers, that can make you hang your head.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Marcus Smart's checked in for Brown. Outside, Smart. To the paint, here's Williams. It doesn't go for him. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Embiid finds Burks. Now Harris. Now here's Burks. Richardson outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kept alive. And Embiid is right there.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
From deep. Rebounded by the Celtics. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Tatum leading the charge. Smart misses. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Philadelphia. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. Embiid wide open. No good on the 3. Smart with the ball, and Burks picks him up defensively. Williams can't get it to go.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Richardson's got 5 now.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
Williams in the post. Embiid's there. Williams, that's good.
You know, when Williams gets positioned inside, he just looks to dominate physically, and then he shows you the skill set on top of it.
Now, here's Burks. Richardson the pass to Burks. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. No good on the triple. Celtics trail by 20. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Boy, I just love how Marcus Smart plays the game of basketball. He's aggressive, he's intelligent, and he doesn't mind getting under your skin.
And Doris, when you're identifying the heart and soul of this Celtics team, Smart is always at the center of that discussion.
Marcus Smart is so passionate. He's so tough, so willing to get down and do the dirty work that affect winning. And consider the role he's taken now as the leader of the Celtics. The ability to mentor a young guy like Grant Williams. Marcus Smart, you want him on your side.
Now, here's Thibault, guarded by Smart. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Wanamaker. The Celtics have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Williams dishes to Smart, back to Williams. Right side, Smart. And there's Cantor on the assist from Smart. Cantor's got his second bucket.
Oh, don't you love how unselfish Marcus Smart is? Sees the open man, whips the pass over in just the right amount of space.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Daniel Tice comes in for Williams. And it's Brown in for Tatum. Then for the 76ers, Horford comes in for Harris. And it's Ben Simmons in for Shake Milton. Simmons with it, picked up by Brown. And Simmons kicks to Thibault. Simmons passes to Horford. Simmons inside, guarded by Smart. Simmons can't get it to go. Dishes to Cantor. Outside, Smart. Back to Cantor. Brown outside. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with an 8. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So on the floor for Philadelphia, the talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Simmons is out there with Matisse Thybulle, and it's Korkmaz in at the 3. And here are the 76ers now. After the basket by Boston. Fast break, here they come. Here's Langford, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Ben Simmons.
One of those guards who just oozes with potential. Langford has the size and skill set that every team is looking for.
In Indiana's Mr. Basketball in 2018, Doris Langford was a projected top 5 pick, but an injury dropped him to 14, where the Celtics were able to scoop him up.
And Greg, it's possible they got a real steal because Romeo Langford showed more fight defensively than anticipated. He's got a length that allows him to guard multiple positions. And then at the other end, come on now, offensively this guy is advanced at getting to the basket and finishing against size.
They get it back. Horford kicks to Simmons. Korkmaz passes to Thybulle. The 76ers again can't hit it. Celtics trail by 15. Brown wide open, he fires. Had the opportunity on the break, but couldn't sink the 3. Horford against Tice. Lots of room. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Well, this is an example of the court awareness we talk about with Al Horford. This guy's a very willing passer.
Back to Cantor. Good D by Embiid. Philadelphia leading by 17. Simmons inside. Brown on him. A nice shot by Simmons. Simmons got 27 points. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Pass to Cantor. Embiid with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Thybulle. The shot, no good. So the Celtics will take it the other way.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
The kick out to Brown from past the arc. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Simmons, and he banks in the layup. He's got 29 points. Greg, so many people know your story, born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people, you know, has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist And to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
Some changes for Boston. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Hayward comes in for Brad Wanamaker. And Walker subbed in for Langford. Harris is checked in for Philadelphia. Richardson comes in for Matisse Thybulle.
That's a shot he makes with regularity, but that time the defense up to the challenge.
The drive by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And how about the slashing ability of Simmons, really creating havoc for the defense with his aggressive mentality.
Walker taking his time here. Inside, Tice. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Tice has got 4 points in the quarter.
There's real synergy in play right now on the offensive end. The pass was right where it needed to be.
Back to Harris. And the pass to Embiid. Shot clock at 6. Goes up on the wing. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the 76ers.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Ben Simmons.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Here's Harris after Gordon Hayward's bucket from deep. Another miss by Philadelphia. And pushing it up, here's Boston. And Hayward at the stuff.
Gordon Hayward has an exceptional ability to get out on the break. This guy's a terrific athlete who the defense has trouble staying in front of.
Now here is Harris. The drive by Simmons. Count it. Simmons got 33 points.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Here's Embiid. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. It's stolen by Brown. And here comes Walker leading the fast break. Here's Hayward. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Richardson outside. The three. The shot, no good. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. They came in here. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
wasn't going to be.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The 76ers anxious to get off the bus and get down to... And no...
Kevin, thanks.
Absolutely, D.A. Thank you. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for Toronto, Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry, and it's Anunoby in at the 3. Well, the outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big man up front.
You know, versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor will likely be the victor.
I tell you, it doesn't get any easier than this, guys. I mean, Simmons finishing with power.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, quick foul to pick up right away here in the first quarter.
Kicks it out to Richardson. Off target from outside. Tipped away. Here's Anunoby. Back to Siakam. To the wing right side. Just 5 to shoot.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss. And you rarely see the vision and playmaking of Ben Simmons in someone that size. That you can put him up there with Magic, LeBron, and Penny Hardaway in terms of those taller playmakers.
Yeah, you're spot on there, Greg. I mean, he's unique, really unique and gifted in that regard. And with all great passers, there are a couple of things they do well. One is they see a play or two ahead. They anticipate and throw the ball where it should be going, anticipating that. And the other thing is the timing with which they make their passes. It's usually right at the right time, the opportune time for a teammate to score on the catch. You know, you look at Ben Simmons, and the thing that jumps out to me is his all-around game. I mean, it's absolutely terrific. He's a stat sheet stuffer, supreme.
Here's Lowry. Offensive rebound.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive... Oh, what a play!
Woo! And, you know, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane bounce, he takes advantage of it, really demonstrating how lethal he is in the air.
Free throw line jump shot. Ibaka, no luck.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
And they pick up 2. Simmons got 9.
Only 1 miss in the first 5 attempts, clearly feeling it.
VanVleet wide open. And a miss there on the triple.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Simmons against Lowry. And Simmons kicks to Embiid. Outside for Simmons. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line. It's his first trip to the line. That's good from Anunoby.
And the potential Anunoby has is exciting. Has the athleticism, the shooting touch, and the drive to keep improving.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Marcus All's checked in for Ibaka. Norman Powell comes in for Fred VanVleet. And it's Terrence Davis in for Kyle Lowry. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Ben Simmons. Horford, no luck.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity gone awry.
Powell, no one around him. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Powell's got his second basket.
Gasol is one of the best passers in the league. I mean, at his position, there aren't many better. Excellent at scanning the floor and finding the open man.
Chris Boucher's checked in for Toronto. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Simmons is checked in and stolen by Richardson. Horford dishes to Harris. Embiid, the pass to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
You know, what touch from the Australian native, Ben Simmons. I mean, he's so good at staying under control even when facing physical contact.
Philadelphia leading by 3. Here's Gasol, and finished off by Gasol.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Simmons. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
When he's sprinting down the court like that to the basket, Simmons is virtually impossible to stop.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the 76ers.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
And Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, and you know, for Simmons to be so young, he has a great basketball IQ, and he plays to his strengths on offense and plays to them well.
Here's Boucher. Hollis Jefferson kicks to Davis. That's a 2 from Powell. And he gets the whistle. 2. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Davis finds Boucher. Foul for 3. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And so it... Pascal Siakam before the game tonight shared his thoughts.
It was always a team, and I think we don't look at one player and
Greg, that's how Siakam plays the game himself.
Yeah, versatile, very unselfish, and a franchise player in the making.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And guys, what's your take so far in Philadelphia?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for Toronto right now, it's Boucher out there with Rondé Hollis Jefferson. Then there's Lowry, and it's Marc Gasol, and it's Davis in at the 2-guard spot. Catching up on the changes for Toronto, Serge Ibaka has checked in for Gasol. Pascal Siakam comes in for Chris Boucher. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Terrence Davis. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That'll be his second foul of the game. OG Anunoby's checked in for the Raptors. Shake Milton, he's checked in for the 76ers. Outside for Robinson. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Scott, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
An elite rim protector, Ibaka has the highly desired combination of athleticism and timing.
Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
And there's and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Toronto grabs the miss.
And Tobias Harris, a crusader for a cause that isn't talked about too much. He has a huge concern about sleep deprivation and the effects it has on athletes.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? While it's not talked about a lot, it is gaining ground in all kinds of circles, particularly in the world of sports, the whole sleep deprivation idea. And Harris is a guy who's conscientious and thoughtful. I love the fact that he's bringing this to his teammates' attention because it's critical. And he's certainly passionate about it. We'll see how much wind it gets with him speaking up on it.
The shot by Lowry, no good. The 76ers leading by 7. Here's Simmons. Siakam pulls it in.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And Fred VanVleet is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And some changes here for the Raptors. Gasol comes in for OG Anunoby. And Norman Powell subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And the 76ers also making a change. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Simmons. Back to Gasol. Shoots over Embiid. Lets it go. That's good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Gasol.
Boy, the confidence of Gasol on the block is really impressive to see. I mean, once he gets good positioning, he goes right to work.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Harris.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Chris Boucher's checked in for Ibaka. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Pascal Siakam. Davis is subbed in for Fred VanVleet. And then for Philadelphia, Scotty's checked in for Joel Embiid. Robinson comes in for Harris. And it's Shake Milton in for Josh Richardson. Now here's Powell. He's covered closely. Banked in off the glass. Powell's got 4 points in the quarter.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
The kick out to Scott. The 76ers have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Korkmaz checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Burks in for Shake Milton. And that one falls for Horford.
Well, you think about the experience of Horford, and he brings a lot to the table for your team, including setting a great example on and off the floor for the young guys.
Gasol passes to Hollis Jefferson. Toronto working the ball around now. Back to Davis. And it's sent back by Horford.
Horford doing a nice job that time using his length to get that shot blocked.
Robinson drives in and finished off by Robinson.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Davis. Hollis Jefferson stayed with it, but they couldn't get it to fall.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ben Simmons had it going on in the first quarter. He ended up with 26 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Tremendous game so far for Simmons. He's really on the offensive end of the floor. This is the production you want from him every night.
Shaq, let's get your insight. And that'll do it.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Ben Simmons in this game, he's been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And so in the game for the 76ers, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Toronto calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
It's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Van Vliet with it, and it's Richardson picking him up. A shot by Lowry, no good.
Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
And Simmons slams it in.
The slash ability of Simmons, really creating havoc for the defense with his aggressive, cutting mentality.
Lowry finds Ibaka out to the right wing, and here's Van Vliet from the arc. And again, no good by Toronto. The 76ers leading by 7. Here's Lowry, finished off the break. Lowry's got 9 points.
And understands when to make the right play. Lowry refused to let the fast break opportunity go to waste.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. 76ers have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them. And Simmons drops them both. The Raptors have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Shot from the inbound. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Kyle Lowry.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency.
Mercy, mercy me. Well, it's really hard to say too much about Simmons. I mean, bouncing off defenders like they're not even there.
Lowry dishes to Ibaka. Siakam with it, and it's Horford picking him up. Anunoby against Harris. Here's Lowry, who scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
and just so crafty around the hoop. Lowry probably 6 feet at best, but man, he can slip inside and score with the best of them.
Raptors trail by 5. Well, Greg, Pascal Siakam won Most Improved Player in the league in 2019, and as we've talked about, had a case for it again in the 2020 voting.
I tell you, Siakam's play jumped so much again. He deserved the recognition. He continued to press himself to be an elite forward, rare for a former MIP winner to even be considered for the award more than once. They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Marc Gasol is checked in for Ibaka. Hollis Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. Powell, he's checked in for Fred VanVleet. And it's Terrence Davis in for Kyle Lowry. And a wide open look for Siakam. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And Toronto making a change here. Boucher is checked in. Philadelphia also making some changes. Scott comes in for Harris. And it's Burks in for Richardson.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Boucher with the steal. Hollis Jefferson in the post. Defended by Milton. Here's Scott. That one goes in.
You know, for a big guy, Joel Embiid's floor awareness is pretty impressive. He does a pretty good job of finding open guys.
Davis, the pass to Gasol. Toronto working the ball around now. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. The Raptors have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. And that one drops. Boucher's got 4 points in the quarter.
Really, it's a thing of beauty to watch Hollis Jefferson move the ball like that. I mean, he's a team-oriented guy who looks to make the pass as much as possible.
And they're running. Lob pass to Gasol. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Thibault. Rejected by Gasol.
You really got to admire the reach of Gasol. He's excellent at utilizing those long arms of his to turn away shots.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
No good on that one. Some solid defense from Gasol.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch. Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Horford, no luck.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Back to Davis. The pass to Powell. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Robinson for 3. Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Philadelphia ahead, up 4. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. 3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every.
Oh! My goodness.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
And Simmons has got the ball here for Philadelphia. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Siakam's got 6 rebounds here tonight. For 3, Van Vliet. They get it back. And Ibaka kicks to Van Vliet. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
You want your team to be aggressive on the glass, but he was a little too zealous for that rebound.
Yeah, it appeared to me as he was trying to get a piggyback ride, man. That's an easy call to make and gonna be called every time.
Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Philadelphia. Richardson comes in for Korkmaz. And Simmons slams it in.
Phenomenal timing that time, guys, from Simmons. I mean, leaving the ground once the pass was released and then tearing the basket almost out of the glass.
Lowry passes to Siakam. Van Vliet right side. Van Vliet can't get that one to fall. The 76ers leading by 8. Richardson kicks to Harris. It's stolen by Ibaka. Lowry with the ball. Outguarded by Simmons. And Siakam throws it down.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Simmons, that one drops for him. Simmons got 43 points.
Tell you what, does not matter what the defense throws his way. The heart of Simmons allows him to play through that, and he's still going to knock the shot down.
The 76ers leading. And Simmons slams it in.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Simmons passes to Harris. That 3 off the mark. A lot of time left for the Raptors in this one. And Siakam has it in the corner. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And the 3 ball is good.
Confident and composed on the 3-point shot at a critical juncture.
And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads-up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Marc Gasol's checked in for Serge Ibaka. Here's Lowry, and the Raptors tack on 2 more.
When it's an important moment in the game, a big time in the game, he flat out takes over. Lowry is a gamer.
That was a strong dunk.
Really like how Simmons commands the ball, especially in key moments.
The shot by Lowry, no good. The 76ers leading by 5. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
Pass to Anunoby. And here is Van Vliet. Pass to Gasol. Embiid with the steal. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Money!
Massive hoop there from Siakam. We've seen him do it in the finals. This guy showing he's made for big moments.
Anunoby finds Siakam. It drops. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Sometimes you just have no way of stopping Simmons on the interior. I mean, he's a very skilled player who gets these calls routinely.
So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
2-possession game now, guys. Some very important free throws there.
Yes! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
What a baller this young man is. Anunoby, even though he's young, he looks like a veteran in the clutch. Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit. Boy, you can see the connection these guys have. They ran the play well. The defense had no idea how to deal with it.
And so they foul intentionally.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making them.
It's tipped. Left side, Harris. That one misses.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know,
all right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap.
are the change, and each of us has a critical role to play.
To fight against prejudice, to be allies.
I understand you. I hear you.
I feel empowered.
It doesn't matter how high the wall is, I'm gonna climb it.
We have a chance, an opportunity right now to change.
Up next. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to... Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. Look at the 76ers starting group. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for the Nets, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. Now here's Simmons. It's Richardson on the wing. Back to Horford. Shot clock at 5. Simmons passes to Embiid. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Irving for 3. Cans it from downtown.
See right there, Kyrie showing you the range. Usually hovers around 40% from 3. Must be accounted for at all times.
Here's Simmons. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
And it's crazy to think how soft a touch Embiid has on his shot. The league rarely sees a guy with his size have such a rhythmic form shooting.
Yeah, and Embiid has always been comfortable shooting outside. Not the best percentages from deep, but enough to keep defenders honest. His touch shows up most when he goes into his post fadeaways.
And the shot goes down.
The physicality of Simmons on display, showing some fight and fearlessness with plays like this.
Irving from long range. It's hauled in by Richardson.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
A really smart opening quarter for them at the offensive end. Moving, finding good shots. They're 4 for 5 from the field.
Here's Irving after Ben Simmons' bucket. Over Simmons. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Here's Richardson. So it's Richardson with the jam.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just one step ahead right now, looking to build out their advantage even further.
Irving misses.
Just 1 for 5 from the field now? I mean, they've come out flat. They need to pick up the energy.
And getting out in transition has been a big part of this run that they're on.
The Nets have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Irving gets a hand on it. Simmons pulls it in. Now the 76ers with it. A nice run, going 12 in a row. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the... And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now here's Simmons after the miss. Oh, he delivers that with force.
I cannot believe that. And the versatility of Simmons, astounding, amazing, impressive. Dunks like this are just insane.
Good work there as it goes. Simmons got 15.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor, just in total control so far.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Scotty's checked in for Horford. Korkmaz comes in for Harris. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Josh Richardson. And finished off by Katie.
I mean, stretch Armstrong. Durant doesn't even need to jump, it seems, to throw it down. His athleticism, his height, his length is just unreal.
Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are three guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem, and those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. To do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible, and I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Now here's Durant. Good, and Harris gets the assist. He has 6. 55 seconds left to play in the first. And Simmons slams it in.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Well, you think defensively that you try to pack in the lane. I mean, but that opens up some opportunities for their shooters.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Now, here's Scott. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Brooklyn making some changes. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Durant. And Luwawu subbed in for Karis LeVert. Then for the 76ers, Glenn Robinson III is checked in for Korkmaz. Shake Milton comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Burks in for Simmons. And it's in there.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Outside for Robinson. Pass to Milton. Burks dishes to Embiid. Good. Embiid's got his second basket of the game.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Here's Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And that's a big reason why Jordan's field goal percentage is always so high, because most of his finishes come right at the rim.
A shot by Burks, nobody around. Buries it from three-point range.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the...
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And you have to credit their defense for the job they've been doing against Irving. Kyrie's been almost...
As a team, as a unit, as a roster, we've had a lot.
Greg Dinwiddie, one of those players who seems to adapt to any situation.
I mean, he's versatile. Total team player, will do whatever is asked of him. He's really emerged after being picked in the second round a few years ago.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And the 76ers have been rolling along, haven't they?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for Brooklyn now, inside we got Prince and Jordan. Kyrie Irving is out there with Luwawu, and it's Harris in at the 3.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Back to Robinson. Scott with the ball. 4 on the clock. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Timeout called the Nets.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
Allen's checked in for Jordan. Then for the 76ers, Harris comes in for Embiid, and it's Richardson in for Burks. Scott hits them both. Nets trail by 13. Here's Irving. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Irving's got 4 this quarter.
He's going to get it done all over the floor, outside, inside, mid-range. Irving's their man.
Milton finds Harris. Back to Milton. Scott inside and finished off by Scott.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And Robinson wide open. He shoots. His three-pointers off the mark. The Nets have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter.
And Jared Allen, the big man out of Texas, a big part of his impact is how well he moves as a center. Very long and covers a ton of ground on both ends.
Well, I mean, I think he better come up with some different ways to get his points tonight because the three, not one of them, ain't working.
It's good on the putback. Scott's got 8.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him.
Here's Luwawu, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
And with Allen, the amount of 4 he can cover with a few steps is staggering.
And Kevin, it lets him take away chances and opportunities on D. On the other end, one step to the hoop and he's completely relocated as a target. One of the best moving bigs in our league.
The 76ers leading by 13. Richardson outside. Passes it to Milton. Lets the 3 fly. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. Some changes for Brooklyn. Kevin Durant's checked in for Joe Harris. Karis LeVert comes in for Luwawu Cabarrot. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Al Horford is checked in for Scott. Korkmaz comes in for Glenn Robinson III. Matisse Thybulle's checked in for Shake Milton. And it's Ben Simmons in for Josh Richardson. Dinwiddie finds Prince. Here's LeVert. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's KD. And then Durant with the jam.
And get a load of that move. We don't get to see plays like that very often.
No, we don't. Sailing in off the baseline for the reverse stuff. For 3, Harris. The rebound by the Nets. Here's LeVert. That's good, and it's KD with the assist.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Simmons against Dinwiddie. Thybulle on the wing. Durant with the steal. Allen with it. Out guarded by Simmons. Now the pass to LeVert. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside, Simmons. Pass to Thybulle. Back to Simmons. Knocked away. It's stolen by Allen. And Prince with a clear path to the hoop. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Prince has got his second bucket of the game to go. Simmons against Dinwiddie. And Simmons kicks to Korkmaz. Thybulle can't get it to go. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. LeVert. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 17 points, 2 steals, and that should do.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You look at Ben Simmons in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Yeah, he's busting his tail, making his presence known. A great job defensively so far.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid.
Good at recognizing when the defense is overcommitted. I mean, Embiid is terrific at sharing the ball. And everyone wants Simmons to add a consistent outside jump shot. But while that's a work in progress, he does just fine at the rim. An incredibly adept finisher up close.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
And C-Web, as you said with Simmons, when he's going at the rim, he's as good as it gets.
Oh, yeah, G.A. Great blend of size, speed, and strength. He controls his body to create space. He can lay it up from unorthodox angles with ease.
Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint.
The phenomenal athleticism from Durant. Man, he's just a tenacious dunker who spikes it in.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
D.A., thank you. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Timeout called the Nets.
And Al Horford, the five-time All-Star, very much a leader on this team with his success in the league.
Yeah, Horford has always been a guy that passes the eye test. The numbers don't jump out, but he plays winning basketball. Great head for the game. Knows how to complement other stars.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Luwawu checked in. That one is off.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Irving from long range. No good on the shot. And it's Philadelphia the other way. At one point, they led by 16. Richardson. Rebounded by the Nets. Guys, their comeback bid had better get started.
I don't know, guys. It's going to take a pretty big run to get back in this one.
That gives him 2 3-pointers for the game, one in each half. I mean, he may add to that total pretty soon.
Here's Richardson. Drops in the layup for 2. And the 76ers lead by 12.
Defense comes with Richardson inside, but his agility helps him find a way past to the bucket.
The deep three from Irving. Al Horford with the rebound. And so Horford will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. 76ers have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. First one falls for. And Burks hits 2 free throws.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
Stolen by Robinson. Oh, and here we go with Robinson. Nobody back. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Pass to Burks. 5 on the clock. And the 76ers get it back. And throw the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. And here are the 76ers now. It's a 14-point game.
And he's just so mobile for his size. That's a big part of the value Jordan has at the defensive end. When he's on you, he's too hard to shake, and he had an impact on that shot for sure.
Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Burks looking around. Floats it up for Horford.
Now just a funky veteran, Horford. I mean, figures out ways to score all over the court.
Nets trail by 16. Outside Irving. From deep three-point range. The shot off that time. Now the 76ers take it the other way.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Here's Richardson. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Richardson's got 6.
The consistency of Richardson's shooting is just impressive. Defense can't allow him mid-range looks.
And Irving launches it from deep. And the Nets miss again.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
Robinson for 3. They get it again. Embiid, the pass to Horford. And here's Richardson outside. Kicks to Robinson. Just 4 to shoot. On its way from Burks for 2. Richardson outside. Robinson passes to Horford. Richardson outside. The 3-ball. No good that time. And so it's Philadelphia with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now... And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Dinwiddie runs the point with LeVert flanking him. Prince and Durant are at the 3 and the 4. And it's Allen in at the center position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And a wide open look for Simmons. The 3-pointer off the mark. Nets trail by 18. Passes it to Allen. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Philadelphia shooting at 51%. Really solid. Outside, Simmons. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Jared Allen. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland, where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
And here we go. Dinwiddie heading to the hoop. Prince kicks to Allen. And stolen by Simmons. Korkmaz passes to Thibault. Simmons looking it over. Back to Thibault. To the middle. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Down low. Here's Allen. And it's Allen with the jam.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
Outside, Simmons. To the inside. It's deflected. It's stolen by Allen. In transition, here come the Nets. Dinwiddie with the ball. Allen, that's good.
I mean, it's time for him to take over. He's played it cool long enough. And I think he realizes that.
Down low, here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
You can't leave anyone uncovered around Simmons. I mean, he's fantastic at seeing when one of his guys is open.
Durant with it, now defended by Embiid. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Philadelphia gets called for the foul, and he makes the first. Irving's checked in for Taurean Prince. Al Horford, he's checked in for the 76ers.
Oh, he's such a good free throw shooter. I mean, it frees him up to be as aggressive as he wants in the post.
And Simmons slams it in.
Give him another. Simmons is terrific tonight. He's figuring out ways to light it up.
Here's Irving. And yes, it's good.
Oh, they've tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Simmons finds Thibault. Simmons inside. Working on Allen. Off target at the rim. And Horford pulls it down. Horford's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Lobbed up there for Embiid. Throws down the alley-oop slam. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 10 rebounds. Dinwiddie drives in. It's hauled in by Thibault. The 76ers leading by 16. There's the lob to the hoop. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Richardson's checked in. Allen. And the rejection by Embiid.
A stalwart on the defensive end. Embiid is superb at making his presence felt with blocks like that.
And now it's Allen running. He can go all the way.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
A problem inside. That's what he is. Once Simmons gets the ball in the positioning that he wants, he goes to the throwdown.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. And so Simmons will bring it up for the 76ers. They led by as many as 18 points. And it's sent back by Allen.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the 76ers.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key to their victory.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Ben Simmons.
He was the one dictating the pace tonight, playing up-tempo or slowing it down, but always scoring.
Here's Irving, and he lays it straight in.
And right now, Irving is percolating. I mean, he's so good at creating and remaining assertive on offense. Time for the percolate.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this win.
Irving with it, outguarded by Simmons. A shot's good from Irving.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it, and that's a shame.
Richardson outside, and there's the defensive 3-second call. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
And it's a wrap. Any chance they may have had for a comeback just went out the window with those free throws.
And he's going up for the alley-oop, an emphatic alley-oop jam.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Crawford drives in, and that one is good. There's 10 seconds left to play in the final quarter. The shot's good from O'Quinn.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was...
right now to change our history, our future, everything.
In the upcoming months, 2K and Uninterrupted are teaming up to bring you a wide range of stories, all encompassing the need for social change. Because no matter your background, we all have the opportunity to create real and lasting change. But it has to start right now. So let's talk about
Hey, Kevin. It sure has. Thanks, DA. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. Tatum out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Walker in at the point. And for Philadelphia, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And Tice throws it down.
Well, you can tell there's a team-first mentality with the young gun Jason Tatum working to find the open teammate. Nice.
And here's Boston. Tice, great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, just a fantastic job to stay with the play and just not give up. Excellent effort on the offensive backboard.
Yes, that goes in.
The incredible focus of Simmons. Nothing gets to this guy, even when he's getting bodied by the defense.
Now, here's Brown. Tice inside. Guarded by Embiid. Tice, no good. Horford kicks to Simmons. The shot's good on the assist by Horford.
Al Horford is such a tremendous passer as a big man. Wow, does he get work done offensively.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Brown feeling it out a bit. Here's Tice. Makes it off the glass. Tice has got 6. 76ers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
And loves to operate around the rim. Simmons' tall frame helps him to beat defenders.
Brown down low. Richardson covering. The jump hook off the left rim and out. 76ers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And again, it's Ben Simmons. He's got 8.
And love watching Simmons run the floor, just eating up so much space in so little time.
Out to Hayward. Outside Tatum, and stolen by Horford. Outside Simmons. There's the pass to Embiid. Philadelphia moving the ball around. He dishes it to Richardson. Back to Embiid. Clock at 6. Harris outside. And it's blocked. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Matisse Thybulle's checked in for the 76ers. Burks comes in for Ben Simmons. Cantor checked in for Boston. Marcus Smart comes in for Gordon Hayward. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And early in the game, these sorts of plays.
Oh!
That is the strength of Enes Kanter on display. This guy is so good at staying with his shot, even when there's bodies around him.
Some changes for Boston. Williams comes in for Jaylen Brown. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. Burks the pass to Embiid. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Here's Burks. Great D that time from Tatum.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Here's Williams. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Thibault kicks to Horford. 59 seconds left to play here in the first. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. They trail by 1. It's hauled in by Harris. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Mike Scott's checked in for Embiid. Robinson comes in for Harris. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Korkmaz in for Alec Burks. Williams, he's checked in for Boston. Smart goes in, and slam dunk by Smart.
My goodness gracious, if you give Marcus Smart a lane to the hoop, you can turn the lights out. This guy is such a vicious dunker.
Outside, Robinson shoots the 3. The rebound by the Celtics. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And slam dunk by Tatum.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Milton the pass to Korkmaz. Over to the wing. Here's Horford. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got his 4th rebound in this one. Smart wide open. He fires. A good close contact so far as we finish the first quarter. Celtics lead by 3. And we'll be back right after this. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Offensively, they took care of the ball. And defensively, they forced a number of miscues.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. Williams is out there with Williams. Then it's Hayward. Then it's Marcus Smart. And it's Wanamaker in at the 1 spot. Here's Korkmaz. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The 76ers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And the first one at the line is good. Some changes for Philadelphia. Josh Richardson comes in for Shake Milton. And it's Ben Simmons in for Al Horford. And then for Boston, Daniel Tice is checked in for Williams. Jaylen Brown comes in for Smart. And it's Kemba Walker in for Brad Wanamaker. Here's Hayward. And Hayward at the stuff.
But Gordon Hayward has become a master in pick-and-roll situations. He knows how to get space.
Oh, what a dunk!
Look out below!
You can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. His confidence just soars when he slams it down like that.
Here's Tice. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Tice has got the lead up to 5 now for the Celtics.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And Doris, much has been made of Brown's improvement offensively, and rightly so. But when you ask Coach Stevens about him, he always goes back to his defense.
Well, it's never a surprise for the coach that is the first and foremost thing on their mind. At 6'7" with a 7-foot wingspan, that incredible athleticism, Jaylen Brown can guard the elite wings in this league, and he holds his own and competes at a high level. It's a must-have for any championship team.
And how about the slashing ability of Simmons, really creating havoc for the defense with his aggressive mentality.
And Williams with the stuff.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who was my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true. But that's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim. Okay.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
Simmons dishes to Richardson. Off target with the open look.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
The kick out to Brown. All alone. The shot, no good. And Philadelphia the other way now. Here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
What breathtaking quickness by Simmons. So good at blowing by whoever is brave enough to try to take him on.
Brown the pass to Tice. And here's Kanter. The kick out to Brown. Kanter trying to free himself up. Brown, good. Brown's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Simmons in, and his hot hand continues. 10 of 11 from the floor and looking for more.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Kanter against Harris. And stolen by Thibault. And now the 76ers on the break. It'll go. The Boston lead is cut down to just 3 on the basket from Simmons.
I'll tell you, the consistency of a good first quarter leads to an excellent second quarter. Riding the wave here.
Passes to Kanter. And so Boston again turning it over. And the 76ers making a change here. Burks is checked in. Tatum, he's checked in for the Celtics. The 76ers have gone 7 of 9 in their field goal attempts here in the second quarter. Pretty good offense. Kept alive. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
You see that nasty streak Embiid possesses. Part of why he's a superstar. Great motor.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And stolen by Richardson. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. And the rejection by Tatum. Hilton the pass to Embiid. Here's Thibault. Burks for 3. The shot that time not on target. Got it up. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. They were never able to get the lead above. And that'll...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half.
Crafty and smooth. Simmons tearing up the nets. He is definitely a rising star.
Brown the pass to Tice. Richardson against Brown. Right side Tatum. Wants to get it to Brown and does. Yep, that one goes. And it's 9 points for Jaylen Brown.
Oh, how about Jaylen Brown showing us his touchdown low? Skilled at getting high percentage shots in the paint.
Back to Simmons. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Jason Tatum. He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots at the game right here. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something that I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things, winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly, born and raised.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Scotty's checked in for Joel Embiid. Robinson comes in for Tobias Harris. And it's Korkmaz in for Josh Richardson. Walker in the post. Simmons is there. Here's Williams. Williams trying to break free. And it's Williams. That time the assist by Walker.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
And Simmons has got the ball here for Philadelphia. It's a one-point game. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
The first pick in the 2016 NBA draft, Simmons has been a phenomenal addition to our league.
Boston making a switch here. Smart's checked in.
And moving to a star-laden team last year, Walker continued to produce as he always has.
And the scoring average may have gone down, but that was totally expected. This has been a seamless integration of Kemba Walker. Coach Stevens has got to get some credit here. You allow Kemba Walker to play to his strengths, but you also allow him to thrive in the team situation with other talent.
Philadelphia shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. Simmons passes to Horford, and a dunk by Horford.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Smart finds Williams. And it's blocked by Simmons.
How about the balance and body control? Simmons able to send that one packing. Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Pass to Wanamaker. Smart up top. They double him with Horford. Wanamaker the pass to Williams, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Williams has got 6 points.
Showing that aggressive nature. Williams competes hard, doesn't back down, and he'll let his opponent know he's not afraid of the contact.
Scott can't get it to go. For Boston, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Tatum, right side, Williams. Outside, Smart. 6 to shoot. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Here's Williams. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. Then for the Celtics, Enes Kanter's checked in for Williams. Daniel Tice comes in for Williams. And it's Brown in for Jason Tatum.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
And he makes that one. And that's 11 points for Jaylen Brown.
I tell you, when Brown is running like that, it's hard to stop him. This guy is superb at beating defenders up the floor.
76ers moving the ball around. Another miss by Philadelphia. The Celtics have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Gordon Hayward's checked in for the Celtics. And they double up Brown. Embiid with the steal. Now the 76ers on the break. All going up court. Milton trying to break free. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Jaylen Brown.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
This is his first free throw of the game. That one falls, so he hits both of them. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Brown kicks to Smart. Kick out to Brown. Count that one. Brown's got 13.
Jaylen Brown thrives when it comes to scoring through contact. This is a guy who is constantly looking to initiate that body contact with the defense.
Milton. Another miss by Philadelphia. Up in time.
Burks is such a smart defender. He's terrific at contesting shots without fouling.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Celtics lead by 1. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Daniel Tice out there with Hayward. And it's Cantor in at the center, filling out the middle.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And the dunk by Embiid.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along the way that they'd love to have back.
Brown the pass to Tice. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Celtics lead by 4.
I love the hustle and the heart with which Enes Kanter plays. This guy is a terror on the offensive glass.
Embiid finds Harris. Shot by Burks. Nobody around. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Walker. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Now it's a 6-point Boston lead.
Well, can we remember Jaylen Brown's got a 7-foot wingspan? That's an easy second chance opportunity.
And Embiid gets it to go.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Embiid with the steal. Now here's Milton. Lays it up and banks it in. Milton's got his first points of the game.
Well, Burke showing he's more than just a scorer. Terrific pass to his teammate.
And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Al Horford's checked in for Shake Milton. Boston also with the sub. Tatum, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Here's Brown. Al Horford with the rebound. And so Horford will bring it up for the 76ers. Trailing by 2. Richardson no luck. Celtics have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Knocks it loose and stolen by Richardson. 3 on 3. It's good. This game is all even.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
The Celtics shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Here's Tice. Boston again missing.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
They now take the lead. And the 76ers lead by 2.
Time and time again, Harris stepping up with plays to help his team. That guy is a gamer.
And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. Simmons checked in for the 76ers. And a change for the Celtics. Smart's checked in.
Well, Jason Tatum in a big moment. He is unafraid.
Here's Simmons. Missed inside. Celtics have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. For 3, Hayward. It's hauled in by the 76ers. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
What mastery from Simmons, fooling the entire defense in the paint there.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
You know, he gets them the lead at the free throw line despite the one miss.
Tatum kicks to Tice. Back to Tatum. And he uses the glass on the layup. Tatum's got 4 this quarter.
Well, the increasing strength of Jason Tatum is making it harder to knock him off his path. That is nice.
That one falls.
Love how Simmons commands the ball, especially in the big moments.
Outside Tatum. Back to Smart. Pass to Tice. And foul on the shot. The coach's challenge has been issued. For a team like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Brett Brown's huddle with his team. With this game still up for grabs, he told his team, hey, we're in position to take this one, guys. Let's stay focused and stay together, and we'll get it done. We'll see how it plays out, Kevin.
Thank you, David. The drive by Simmons. Horford the pass to Embiid. 5 to shoot. Offensive rebound. Outside for Simmons.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Walker the pass to Tice. Back to Walker. It counts.
Kemba Walker is fearless and doesn't let the game situation or the clock impact his ability to score it.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. And so making both free throws, that'll give them the lead here.
Well, those were essential. Very steady work at the free throw line in a very tight game.
Hayward outside. And there's the pass to Tice. He kicks to Walker. And stolen by Simmons. No good. So it's the 76ers taking the win in a close game. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
talk about what your vote can do in this election and in every election. It can affect voter suppression, educational opportunities, our healthcare systems. We can make a change. If you want to check out the voting rules in your state, visit vote.org. More Than a Vote explores the issues that are facing us in this upcoming 2020 election. I'd like to start with my story.
A confident and well-dressed group of 76ers making their...
Hey, Kevin.
Growing together and staying healthy. Two important parts. Thanks, D.A. Here are the five for the Raptors. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry, and it's Ibaka in at the center. And for Philadelphia, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid.
Hey, a part of being a good floor general is understanding when it's your shot to take. Nice read by Lowry.
And you look over the course of Kyle Lowry's career, he's bounced around for quite some time, but boy, has he found a home in Toronto.
And you know, GA, a few summers back, had a chance to leave, but he stayed with the Toronto Raptors.
Oh, what a play!
What
You can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. His confidence just soars when he slams it down like that. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
And VanVleet, here we go. Anunoby has the open look. Almost, but it rolls out.
Woo, that's just a case of bad defense and even worse offense.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
I mean, in transition, Josh Richardson is fast with or without the ball in his possession. Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
Here's Simmons. He's off on that one, so the Raptors will take it the other way. Lays it in off the breakaway. Lowry's got 9. 76ers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Simmons, the rebound by Ibaka.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Siakam. Lays it up off the glass.
He's heady, he's unselfish. All VanVleet does is make winning plays.
No good from Simmons.
He's doing what he can to help them cut into this lead. His shot just isn't quite there tonight.
Siakam finds VanVleet. Siakam on the follow.
And those are exactly the kinds of plays that can spark a team. Just solid work down in the paint.
Looking to end the run. Simmons can't get it to go.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Shots good by Siakam.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And Fred VanVleet is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. The 76ers making a switch here. Eibel's checked in. The Raptors also with a sub. Davis is checked in. Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for Philadelphia. Alec Burks comes in for Josh Richardson. Then for the Raptors, Marc Gasol's checked in for Ibaka. Wande Hollis-Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. And Norman Powell subbed in for Fred VanVleet. Powell kicks to Hollis-Jefferson. And it's good for 2. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Well, wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree. The 76ers trail by 7. Here's Thibault. And Davis pulls it down. Embiid with the steal. Outside Robinson. Burks on the wing. Covered by Siakam. Outside for Robinson. There's the triple. Rebound by the Raptors. And stolen by Horford. He gets it in there.
And folks, this is Horford in his zone. Wasn't going to let that opportunity slip away.
It's Davis with the drive, and it's Davis finishing it off.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Here's Thibault. Second shot opportunity. Horford the pass to Embiid. Robinson kicks to Thibault. No good from outside.
And at a certain point, you just have to look to someone else to score for you.
The shot by Powell, no good. The 76ers trail, and they're pushing it up. Robinson misses. 30 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Powell finds Davis. Burks against Siakam. Hollis Jefferson in the post.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's his first trip to the line. And the first one drops. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. There's 10 seconds left in the first.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
And earlier we got a few words from Marc Gasol regarding his former...
The way he plays defensively, you know what he's...
And of course, Gasol and Leonard won the championship together in 2019, largely, Greg, because of their ability to play defense and get stops.
And 2 former Defensive Players of the Year on the same team. That's going to be your foundation. But both guys were tremendous at the other end as well, albeit in different ways.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from what we've seen so far from the Raptors guys, your thoughts?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
And that's really hard on a defense, having to play deeper into the clock and having to cover a lot more ground.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Toronto right now, Lowry and Powell, the guards. Marc Gasol is out there with Chris Boucher. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Richardson, he's checked in for Simmons. Raptors also changing it up. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Hollis Jefferson. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Norman Powell. And it goes down 2 points.
Amazing effort by Fred VanVleet. He's up the court so fast to finish that play.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season. That still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Scott. Horford comes in for Korkmaz. And it's Ben Simmons in for Shake Milton.
And really, Simmons is nearly impossible to contain when he's sprinting to the hoop. An athletic behemoth who causes defenders fits.
Ibaka. Anunoby kicks to VanVleet. And again, no good by Toronto.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
The 76ers trail by 3. And it's Simmons penetrating. And Simmons slams it in.
And how about the slashing ability of Simmons, really creating havoc for the defense with his aggressive mentality.
VanVleet passes to Boucher. Rebound by the 76ers. Horford's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Simmons, and Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And the Raptors making a change here. Siakam's checked in and stolen by Richardson. And now the fast break, Embiid with the ball. Simmons against Van Vliet. Simmons can't get it to go. And it's Lowry with the ball, brings it up for Toronto. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. The layup missed. The 76ers have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Here's Embiid. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And you've got to admire the toughness that Embiid plays with. He doesn't let fouls stop him from scoring.
Davis is checked in for Toronto. The free throw drops for Embiid. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Davis, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, easy call.
The Raptors shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
So he gets them both.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Here's Simmons. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Ibaka's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And Davis, here we go. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. And again, no good by Toronto.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
You know, Greg, we can all agree that Joel Embiid's a superstar in the league with this play, but you get the feeling he's the most criticized superstar in the league right now as well.
You know, pundits and fans have questioned his fitness, his fit, but at the end of the day, he does get it done, and the numbers speak for themselves. Embiid's an outspoken guy, which can invite a lot of criticism. We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see. Get that weak stuff out of here. That's embarrassing.
Ibaka, it's good on the putback.
And they've been working hard on the offensive glass here in the second, and it's paying dividends. They're getting a lot of second chance points.
Embiid finds Burks. Another miss by Philadelphia. Raptors leading by 3. Puts up a 3. They get the rebound. Siakam on the foul.
Yeah, and the defense has been on their back heels with the way they've been running the ball up the floor.
And it's Simmons penetrating. Horford dishes to Simmons. Shot to stop the run from about 16. Horford no luck.
Woo, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
Up again. Robinson pulls it in. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. It's the Raptors up. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie. Kyle Lowry had a huge first quarter. He had 9 points and 2 assists. And that...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. The 76ers trail by 5. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half. Outside for Simmons. It's intercepted. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. Lowry for 3. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Nice read there from Lowry. Saw that his best option was to pull up for the jumper.
Poked away. Stolen by Van Vliet. And here again, the Raptors in transition. Up the court they go. Count it. Good. Van Vliet's got the lead up to 10 now for the Raptors.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And that one's good. Simmons.
I admire Simmons' ability inside. That's where he's an elite finisher.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Scotty's checked in for the 76ers. Korkmaz comes in for Ben Simmons. And then for Toronto, Marc Gasol's checked in for Ibaka. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. And Norman Powell subbed in for Fred Van Vliet.
And if you want to talk about a player who embodies the power game, then Embiid's your man. You know you're going to get some strong finishes anytime he's on the court.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And Korkmaz, the Turkish guard, taken at the end of the first round in 2016. Spent a year overseas before joining the NBA and didn't play much early on. But last season he showed he's a starting caliber player.
To the middle, here's Embiid. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Offensively, we see Embiid all over the floor, but inside is where he can really utilize that size.
And the shot goes in from Siakam. And with Korkmaz standing 6'7", Greg, there's a lot to like.
And his size can be a huge advantage in certain matchups, Kevin. Great wingspan also lets him grab a fair amount of steals. Has worked hard to get where he is and still showing room to grow.
Goes up again. Rejected by Gasol.
Gasol with those long arms is a shot blocking expert, especially down low.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change. Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Raptors leading by 13, and here comes the break. And it's Hollis-Jefferson with the jam.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Especially considering it's on the road in front of a tough crowd. They've been able to block out the distractions.
Korkmaz kicks to Harris. 6 on the shot clock. That's tipped. He's looking for Embiid and finds him. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Scott can't get it to go.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Running it down their throats. 3 straight baskets there in transition.
The 76ers trail by 17.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Korkmaz passes to Embiid, and it's blocked. Powell with it, picked up by Harris. And Siakam throws it down.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Richardson, good.
This is where Tobias has really improved, keeping his eyes up, making plays for others.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson, and stolen by Harris. And that one's good. Korkmaz.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
44 seconds left to play in the third. And the foul called on Korkmaz. That is his first foul of the game. And the 76ers with some changes. Horford comes in for Mike Scott, and Simmons subbed in for Korkmaz. Then for the Raptors, Chris Boucher comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Terrence Davis in for Kyle Lowry. The drive by Simmons. Inside. Harris dishes to Simmons. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
And Davis puts it in.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
It's stolen by Harris. Pass to Simmons. Horford the pass to Harris. But they get it back. They get a hand on it. Fast break Toronto. Here's Powell. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And so it's Toronto out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And we'll be back with you shortly. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So for Toronto right now, it's Boucher out there with Anunoby. Then it's Rondé Hollis Jefferson. Then there's Terrence Davis. And it's Ibaka in at the 5 spot. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Terrence Davis. Knocked loose. Boucher passes to Anunoby. And the 3 off target.
Trying to finish out the game strong, you have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
Toronto leading by 15. Fast break Toronto. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Embiid, he's checked in for Glenn Robinson III. Tobias Harris comes in for Shake Milton. Richardson, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And Simmons subbed in for Burks.
This is a clinic. They have absolutely owned this game, still keeping the pressure up with their D.
A few possessions into the 4th quarter, just over a minute played. VanVleet kicks to Lowry. Anunoby, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Raptors lead by 21.
Relentless energy from OG. Defense can't counter his explosiveness on the boards.
And it's Simmons penetrating. And he comes up with the deuce. The Raptors have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. Lowry passes to Boucher. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry.
This is what I like about Lowry, not just looking for his shot, even though he's an excellent scorer.
Simmons can't get it to go.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And that one, good. Lowry's got 11 in the second half.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless. You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Siakam is checked in for the Raptors. Outside for Lowry. off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Basket good. Simmons got 4 this quarter.
Oh, sensational speed by Simmons, trucking it down the court and beating everyone.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Siakam.
Very nearly stolen. There's no need to force that pass.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Raptors leading by 21. The drive by Lowry. And there it is for him.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Here's Simmons. He doesn't hit that one. Good work defensively by Ibaka. Toronto's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Poked loose, and there's another turnover by the Raptors. For Philadelphia, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Horford dishes to Harris. Here's Simmons. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Siakam.
And sometimes you have no chance at stopping Simmons from the interior. Just a very skilled player who gets these calls routinely.
Marc Gasol's checked in for Serge Ibaka.
Yo, watch Lowry.
Lowry kicks to Anunoby. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Rebound by the 76ers.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Shots good by Siakam.
Coming into the league, Siakam's defense was well ahead of his offense. As you can see tonight, that's evened out.
Simmons' shot is good.
The defense late to react. A beautiful play we just saw.
Ball's knocked loose. And now Philadelphia on the break. Embiid leading the charge.
And that's what Simmons does. His vision and accuracy make him a premier presence on the floor.
Lowry, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And now 24 points for Kyle Lowry.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Expanding upon this league, trying to close it out. He's really stepped up.
And what a factor Ben Simmons is on the floor. Does so much for this team in every facet of the game. He's a triple-double threat whenever he suits up.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Embiid. Mike Scott comes in for Al Horford. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Richardson. And Raul Neto subbed in for Tobias Harris.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Toronto.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Kyle Lowry.
Throughout the night, he was their catalyst at the offensive end. Play after play was run through him with great success.
He lobs it up. Here's McCall. O'Quinn defending. And Thomas has it in the corner. From outside the arc. Ben Simmons with the rebound. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. The shot's good.
They can't shake Simmons. He is very used to getting hit. Even with contact, he can finish strong.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. First free throw is good.
That's his first personal foul.
Both shots good from the stripe. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
For the three, that shot off the mark. It's tipped. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. To come into an opponent, David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.
story and my experiences right here in my hometown of Atlanta. So people who say their vote doesn't matter, my response is always, don't give in to the narrative. If your vote didn't matter, then why would people have fought so hard to keep you from voting? Why is there something called voter suppression? Why did it take till the 60s for poll taxes to be removed? Why?
And just about to get underway as the starting five. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. And it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. And for the 76ers, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. Now here's Simmons. Embiid kicks to Simmons. To the paint. And here's Embiid. 4 on the shot clock. Tipped away. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
Outstanding focus that time by Simmons. Nothing really rattles this guy. He's unflappable, even when he's getting bodied by the defense like that.
And how about the defensive impact Embiid has on the floor? He's a great rim protector who can swipe an errant pass every so often.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he's just so big. He's mammoth. I mean, he's not only tall and long, he's deep, too. He's a thick guy. So he's an excellent rim protector, discourages inside attempts at a high rate, clogs up the paint. That length is a huge asset. And then his foot movement, his agility for a guy of his size is pretty impressive, too.
Harris finds Embiid. Back to Harris, beyond the arc. The rebound by the Nets. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Irving's shot is good.
Yeah, the easy hoop assisted by Allen that time. He's developed a nice passing game.
The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. The drive by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And, you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Here's Simmons. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving.
That's what you call being a master of your craft from Simmons. I mean, fooled the entire defense in the paint there.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths, shooting in the low 60s last season.
And because he struggled with his free throw shooting so much last season, I thought he was hesitant at times to be aggressive. Wasn't looking to draw contact and was trying to avoid getting to the foul line.
The 76ers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Harris, and there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. Harris is checked in for the Nets. Richardson dishes to Simmons. On the wing, Harris. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
Nice touch from downtown. Tobias Harris continues to look better and better from this area.
Here's Harris. The shot missing. Simmons with the defensive effort. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. You know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Al Richardson following Durant's three-point attempt to the middle. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
Well, you know, there's only so much you can do against Embiid, guys. I mean, he's such a terrifically skilled offensive player with great size. I mean, he plays pretty much through any kind of contact.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And some changes here for the 76ers. Scotty's checked in for Horford. Korkmaz comes in for Tobias Harris. And Alec Burks subbed in for Josh Richardson. Luwawu Cabarrot, he's checked in for the Nets. The 76ers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. And so he hits the technical free throw. We've got 1:28 left here in the opening quarter. Embiid drives in. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
You know, when he's driving, Joel Embiid is really focused on scoring through contact, and he's got the strength to be able to do it.
The 76ers leading by 8. Burks the pass to Embiid. Back to Burks. Plenty of space. Again, Philadelphia.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
Here's Luwawu. And the layup falls.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Up top, Burks, guarded by Jordan. Embiid kicks to Burks. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. To the inside, 6 to shoot. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Nets trail by 10. Pass to Dinwiddie. It's good.
Well, that's good work by Prince there, spotting the open man and then putting the ball on target on time right in the shooting pocket.
Burks the pass to Embiid. And here's Burks. Scott kicks to Burks. He's looking for Prince and finds him. Gets it off. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Philadelphia holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
They've got Embiid. Robinson is out there with Scott. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Milton in at the 2 spot. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Down low. And Embiid throws it down.
It's dangerous now letting Embiid get this deep. You're asking to get posterized with the throwdown.
To the left side wing. Luwawu Cabarrot kicks to LeVert. Prince wide open. Oh, good with the triple.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight. And without a doubt, Taurean Prince comes in looking for his shot. At times, however, he can have tunnel vision.
You know, Greg, it's funny you say that because I like to think of it more as selective seeing, and he wants to see the basket more than he sees his teammates. But that's not all bad for a guy like Prince. I mean, you know, some teams actually need a player who's aggressively looking to score at all times. And I think ultimately, though, it'll limit his usage if he can't become a better distributor of the ball as well.
And the pass to Burks. Dishes to Embiid. The kick out to Scott. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Burks can't get it to go. And it's Irving with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. It's a 10-point game. And Luwawu gets it to go.
Boy, LeVert's showing you his unselfishness there. I mean, if you're open, he loves getting you the ball.
Inside. And Embiid, the bucket on the assist by Burks. Embiid's got 10 points in the game.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Pass to Burks. Milton in the corner. The kick out to Scott. Passes it to Burks. Here's Embiid. That one wide left. Nets trail by 10. And here's Prince outside. The shot will not fall. 76ers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. And the shot goes in. Milton's got his second bucket.
You know, one thing you got to love about Embiid is how unselfish he is. I mean, he's pretty good at spotting open teammates.
The putback, and there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Burks dishes to Scott. Here we go, one-on-one. That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Irving.
Tell you what, this is what Irving can do now. He'll leak out and then make the right read in transition.
Burks, the pass to Embiid. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
And the dunk by Jordan.
Well, I like how Jordan embraces his role on this team. I mean, it's all about rebounding and putbacks for him at the offensive end.
Milton. And that one, good. He's got 6.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Scott, the pass to Embiid. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Back to Milton, to the middle, pass to Burks. Knocked away. Stolen by LeVert. And here they come. Here's Prince. Puts it up from 7. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
You know, once Prince gets good inside positioning, he's going to work.
Philadelphia leading by 8. Milton finds Burks. Back to Milton. 43 seconds left in the first half. Burks can't get it to go. Clock management, this is where they can get a 2 for 1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know, you're gonna get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Milton the pass to Embiid. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his first foul. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Al Horford's checked in for Mike Scott. Harris comes in for Robinson. Josh Richardson's checked in for Shake Milton. And Simmons subbed in for Alec Burks. And a new group in for the Nets. Jared Allen's checked in for Jordan. Kevin Durant comes in for Taurean Prince. Harris is checked in for Luwawu Cabarro. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. Now the 76ers on the break. Goes up, and Embiid throws it down.
Yeah, you know, he's one of the toughest matchups in the game without question. Embiid is excellent at staying aggressive when he's hot.
And so that's the end of the first half. 76ers lead by 10. We'll get right back to the action when
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie. Joel Embiid having an outstanding game. He had 16 points, 5 rebounds,
and we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So for Brooklyn now, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 guard. Simmons finds Embiid. Here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Irving with a clean look. Drops in the tray. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter. Frankie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself. Do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
Well, I tell you what, I love the unselfishness of Ben Simmons. This guy delights in setting up his teammates, and if they're open, they get the ball.
They're doing work here in the second half, 3 or 4 to start.
Richardson kicks to Simmons. To the inside, and Embiid throws it down.
Slick in the pick and roll. Simmons, when a passing lane is open, he jumps all over.
It's LeVert on the wing. And on the way from Irving for 3. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. Irving's got 11 in the second half.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the players, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
And Harris wide open. He shoots a three-pointer off the mark. Nets trail by 6. Irving for 3. Another miss by Irving.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Irving against Simmons. Off on the layup.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
And so Simmons will bring it up for Philadelphia. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And it's good. 2 points. Now just a 2-point 76ers lead.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Oh, and never shy about getting to that rack. Simmons so aggressive playing downhill. Nice dunk there.
Here's Durant. LeVert trying to get open. Durant, that's good.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Simmons against LeVert. Back to Simmons. Stolen by LeVert. And here we go. The fast break with Dinwiddie. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Dinwiddie. Irving's got it all tied up now for the Nets.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
The splash ability of Simmons, really creating havoc for the defense with his aggressive cutting mentality.
Irving looking for an opening. A miss that time would have put him up. They play the clock right. They can go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
And it's Simmons penetrating. And Simmons slams it in.
Simmons putting his outstanding athleticism to use on that drive. A remarkable penetrator who knows exactly how to carve up the defense.
Irving for 3. Simmons pulls it in.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Left side, Horford. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The 76ers have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
You know, Embiid has a very similar story to Tim Duncan's. I mean, the Cameroon native did not start playing basketball until later in life. Now he's one of the very best in the game.
Deflects the pass. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? 76ers on top. They lead by 5. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Ben Simmons is out there with Matisse Thybulle. And it's Korkmaz in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. The shot by KD. No good. Philadelphia leading by 5. And it's Simmons penetrating. And there's the call on Durant. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. On defense, the Nets. Here's Simmons. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
Yeah, and you know, for Simmons to be so young, he has a great basketball IQ and plays to his strengths on offense and plays to him well.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Here's Simmons. That one finds the mark. It's the 10th time he's done that tonight on 14 shots.
Efficiency has been the hallmark right now down the stretch. He is making the most of his opportunities.
Here's KD. And no good that time. Good work defensively by Horford.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Nets trail by 7. And here comes Harris leading the fast break over Thybulle. Count that bucket.
Looking strong to the finish when Durant locks in on scoring. Nobody's stopping it.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Jordan against Simmons. Thybulle on the wing. Embiid kicks to Simmons. Here's Korkmaz. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Korkmaz has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Outside Jordan. Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Prince.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Outside, Simmons. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
You know, something else I've noticed is just how many of their baskets have been set up by assists throughout the game.
Tobias Harris is checked in for Philadelphia. Allen's checked in for Brooklyn. Kyrie Irving comes in for Taurean Prince. Embiid kicks to Thybulle. 2 on the clock. Here's Horford, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock. And the 76ers lead by 9. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Brooklyn. Over Harris, Irving finds Allen. The Nets working the ball around now. Back to Irving. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Irving's got 25 points in the game.
You know, his job is really to carry the load offensively, and that's exactly what Irving is doing tonight.
Simmons, chalk up 2 there.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Embiid trying to break loose. Banked in off the glass. And it's an 11-point 76ers lead. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting. You know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges means that he'll be great in TV. We saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about. And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Philadelphia.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Ben Simmons.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Horford, no luck. Outside Durant. Dinwiddie finds Allen. Right wing. LeVert with it. Here's Irving. Lays it up and banks it in.
Irving, excellent at converting with either hand. He's got a special talent for finishing in the lane.
Simmons with it. And he uses the glass on the layup.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
So it's the 7th.